come in, trying to set it live so it can be on YouTube. Okay, awesome. We are live. We are live. Great. So like we're gonna do, I'm just gonna talk about the strategy for today. What I'm gonna be showing you. So today I want to talk about two indicators that you can use while trading and how it can help you. Okay, I want to talk about two indicators you can use while trading and how it can help you. Okay, so after I've done talking about the strategy or the indicator, then we can ask our questions. And if you have any question outside today's class also, you can also ask me. If you can hear me loud and clear, if there are no issues, type in 111 in the chat box. Type in 111 in the chat box. Let me also share my screen. So if you can also see my screen, just type in 111 in the chat box. Great, great, great. Okay, we'll send. This to the group. Great. So means everything is going well. So today I want to talk about two indicators that you can add to your chart while using TradingView. The first indicator is the moving average. First indicator is the moving average. The first indicator is the moving average. Okay, so what's the moving average all about? The moving average shows you, give you an average of how price moves over time. So it gives you an average of how price moves over time. So how is it being used, guys? If you want to add the indicator, you can see I already have two of it added to my chart. So if you want to add the indicator, you should know by now in TradingView, all you need to do is to come up right here and you can see indicators and strategies. You click on that and it's going to bring up this guy right here. Okay. And you see all of these plenty indicators that you can add. You want to come to the search panel here and type moving average. Moving average. Okay, so when you type that, you see the moving average right here. You can also click on it to bookmark it or add it to your favorite. In your chart. Okay. All right. So once you have that in your chart, you can see what we have. So all you need to do is to change the settings of your moving average to my own settings. And how do you change the settings of your moving average to become like mine? You come up to the settings right here. So we have three things here. Let me close this. We have the eyeball. If you're using Photoshop, this will make sense to you. This eyeball, show or hide. If you click on it, you'll be able to hide that particular indicator, maybe for any reason why you want to do that. And if you click on it again, you'll be able to bring back the indicator. So to take a little time to load. And once it loads, you can see it is loaded. So that's the yellow one. And then the second one is this guy too. Then the next thing we have here is the settings. And then the last one here is delete. So if you don't want the indicator again, you can delete it. But anytime you add an indicator, you always want to come to the settings to adjust it to what will suit you or fit what you are trying to do. So if I come here and click on these settings here, we have two tabs here, input and style. So the input, the length we are using is 4 days. Okay, so this is 4 moving average. A 4 moving average, that's the length, and the source is close. The source is what? Close. So it means it will calculate it based on the close of a candle. You can set it to calculate it based on when a candle opens, when a candle is low, when a candle is high. So, but the most popular and the preferred one is on the close of a candle. And if you notice the signals I send to the group, I always send the signals, at the end or the close of a candle. Okay, so I like trading to see the candle close first and see what happens, and then before I enter a trade. So at the close is fine. And then your style, that's why I was able to choose this yellow color. You can click on this default and click on save as default, and it will save it as your default settings. You click OK, and that's it. The second one is the 50 moving average. So I'll click on the settings. The settings for that one is the length is 50. So the first one is 4. The second one is 50. And the style, I chose a, what do they call this color? Is it aqua or turquoise? Okay. So I just chose something, not blue, but something that I can relate with. So you can choose any color. It can be maybe, I don't know, this color is just something that is out of the color, or you can choose green. So green is also different based on the colors I have for my candles. Okay, so I chose this turquoise or aqua color. You can also save as default also, and then you click OK. So what does this moving average, what does it help us to do? Now, listen carefully. Whenever you have the yellow moving average below, or let me not say yellow, let me say the 4. Choose a color for your own, but to make it easy, you can choose the same color with mine so that you'll be able to relate it with what you learned. Whenever you have the 4 moving average or the yellow moving average below the 50 moving average, it tells you that the trade or the market is in a downtrend. The market is in a downtrend, so it's making lower lows. It's making lower lows, so it means it's in a downtrend. And you can see right here, everything under this 50 moving average. You can see price going lower and lower and lower and lower until it gets here. And you can see at this point, the yellow moving average or the 4 moving average crosses above the 50 moving average. All right. And when that happens, it means market has changed direction. So market is now engaging in a bullish trend or in an upward trend. Okay, in an upward trend. So, and you can see it occur throughout the time. You see this one right here. Throughout this part, the yellow moving average is above the 4 moving average is above the 50 moving average. And you can see the market was in a upward trend here. So I'm looking at USD JPY on the 30 minutes chart. Okay. And you can see here too, boom. So you can see here it was about to cross, but because it didn't cross, far away from the 50 moving average, then that tells you that is not a good signal to sell at that point. It goes back into buy and it goes in the bullish trend. So that's it, guys. You can see how it works. Anytime the 4 moving average crosses above the 50 moving average, let me just use, you already know it's 4 and 50 now, so let me just use yellow and aqua. So anytime the yellow line crosses above the aqua line, you are in a bullish trend, and anytime it crosses below it, you are in a bearish trend. Okay, and when you see something like this, This means the market is in a range or the market is in consolidation. So when you see things like this, you want to stay away from the market because you will never know where the direction of the market is going to. Okay. So when you see things like this, it tells you that the market is in consolidation. The market is in consolidation. All right. So you want to trade markets that are in a trend. So you can see this. This was a wonderful one. All right. This was a wonderful one. Crossed below and it went into a sell until it got here, goes into a buy again, and it continues like that. So you can see under consolidation here, market is consolidating like this. And anytime you see market consolidating, by the time it will break out, the breakout will be gara. Eh? If you know what I mean, the breakout will be strong. That's what I mean. Okay, I can see when it broke out eventually here. So that's why the reason why I don't want to trade it is you don't know where it might break out to. It can break out and break out into a buy. It can break out and break out into a sell. And once it breaks out really fast and in big moves. Yeah, it did up to like 20 bits. All right. So it's that simple, guys. And you can see it keeps repeating itself over and over again. That's one thing I like about Forex. Forex is something that, once you find an indicator or you find a strategy, you can always check the strategy over and over in the past and see what has happened. And you see that it happens all over and all over again. Okay. So you can see right here, it crossed down into a bearish. You can see it crossed up into a buy. Yeah. And you can see what is happening, guys. You can see what is happening. You can see, so when it got to this stage, it consolidated a little bit. And by the time it wants to break out, it broke out really, really big. Okay. It broke out really, really big. So, guys, that is how you use your moving average also to confirm your trades before you go into them. That's how you use your moving average to confirm your trade before you go into them. So once the yellow breaks above a buy, it breaks below, it goes into a sell. It goes into a sell. So if you're using your moving average to trade, some of the things I would suggest you keep in mind is because when it comes to trade, your stop loss and your take profit is very important, guys. Your stop loss and your take profit is very important. It is what is called trade management. It's what's called trade management. Okay, it's what is called trade management. If you have good trade management, even if you make a loss, it will not shake you because it's like you have not blown your account, or you've already said this is the amount I'm willing to lose. So once you said that amount I'm willing to lose, if you hit it, it will not shake you because you are fine with it. Okay. So for example, if you're using your moving average to trade and you see something like this and you can see, oh, it's consolidating, consolidating, got here, went down. Okay. You are waiting for that cross. You're waiting for that cross. Type in the chat box, you are waiting for the cross. Type cross in the chat box. Cross. You're waiting for that cross, guys. That's what you're waiting for. Okay? You're waiting for that cross. You want to see that cross happen. You want to see that cross happen. That is what you want to see, guys. Once you see the cross, boom. So the candle that would have made this cross happen is this blue candle here. Is this blue candle right here. That's the candle that would have made this happen. So this candle came, push the market up. You can say, oh, wow. And say, oh, once you see this thing happening and you see that the cross has happened, you can say, oh, let me wait for this candle to close. Once this blue candle closes, I'm going to enter a buy because I can see that the yellow has crossed above the aqua line. Okay. So you can see once I come here, I can say, oh, since I'm entering on this candle, my stop loss should be somewhere below this candle or below the aqua line. So what does that mean? That means that just in case this yellow line comes back down and crosses back the aqua line to the bottom here, then it means this thing is not going the direction I thought it was going to go. Then take me out of the trade. And it's as simple as that. Okay, but what do you see now? So because let me calculate the number of pips here. So if you had entered on this candle, your stop loss would be something around 49 pips, or you can just round it up to 50 pips. Okay, and me, I like 1 to 1. I like 1 to 1. So if my stop loss is 50 pips, then I should be able to make 50 pips too. So I can now calculate my take profit to be what? 50 pips. And you can see this trade actually went more than 50 pips. It went as far as 78 pips. It went as far as 50. So somewhere around here, I would have hit take profit. Somewhere around here, I would have hit take profit, and I'm out of the trade. And it's simple. So you can see that it did not even go against us too much. It only went against you around 20 something pips, and then it went back direction it was going to, and it hit your take profit somewhere around here, and you are out of the trade. So that's how you make money trading with the moving average, guys. That's how you make money trading with the moving average. So if I let me look for another scenario. Okay, this sell scenario now. You zoom this in, you can see the yellow line has crossed. Fantastic. Bullish engulfing candle like this, a bearish engulfing candle like this, it's giving you a signal that, oh, I'm about to go into a big bearish state. So I can, at this candle, enter this trade and set my stop loss above the aqua line, saying that, oh, just in case you come back to this aqua line, I'm not doing again. Okay, and just in case you guys don't know how to measure in TradingView, it's very simple. This guy here, this ruler here, is what you use to measure your pips. It's one of my favorite tools in TradingView. That's what I used to check. Oh, what will be my stop loss? What will be my take profit? So so sorry, guys. So sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. My network just did anyhow. Let me share my screen. Share my screen. So if you can hear my voice now and see my screen, type in 111 in the chat box. 111 in the chat box. 111 in the chat box right now. I can't see that chat I was working on before, but there's still another good example here. There's still another good example here. So let's use this one because I can't see that one again. The thing just disappeared. I think my network just went off and came back on. So you can see another good one here. The yellow line came, crossed at this point. But don't forget, I will not enter on this red candle. This red candle is too small for me to believe that this want to go into a bearish state. It's too small. But when I see this candle here, boom, I have more confidence to say, oh, I think this thing is going into a sell. Let me sell this thing now. And how do I calculate my take profit and my stop loss? Very simple. Let me just adjust this. I can move this down. Great. How do I calculate my take profit and my stop loss? I'll grab my measure or my ruler. I'll come here. If I enter on this candle, boom. You can see the reason why I usually buy or sell before I even start calculating stop loss or take profit. Sometimes because you just want to enter first. And when you now enter first, you now want to take time to be doing all this calculation, checking your stop loss, checking your take profit. So if I put this above the aqua line, you can see it's just around 27 pips. So I might round this up to 30 pips. Are we seeing that, guys? I can round this up to what? 30 pips. And then since my stop loss is 30 pips, at least the minimum take profit I should take should be 30 pips too. And so if I set my take profits to be 30 pips, boom. At the, at this second candle here, I would have hit my take profit and I'm out of the trade. And if you have twin traded, you will be able to take all this. So maybe if you have twin traded, your the take profit of the second trade would have been something around maybe 60 pips. And you would have made your 60 pips still on this second candle, and you have made your money. If you Okay, guys, so sorry, I'm back again. I mean, this is the only reason I will still leave Nigeria last, if I will leave this country because of network or internet. Okay, so if you can hear my voice and you can see my screen once again, type in 111. So I'll be sure you can hear me and you can see my screen. All right, thank you for typing 111 in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you. You're far too kind. Thank you. You're far too kind. So, you can see, so this is a sell example, guys. Sell example, very simple. And you can see, if you look at this date is 23rd of August at 3 o'clock. 23rd of August at 3 o'clock. So at 3 o'clock, we have waited for this and we have gotten the signal, entered the sell, cashed out. And then 23rd of August, this happened 26th of August. 26th of August. And it was not plenty, guys. This was a Friday. This 23rd of August was a Friday. This 26th of August was a Monday. So it means the next trading day, which is the Monday morning, you would have come again, open your chart and see, that trade I traded Friday, last week Friday, that gave me profit. It's going back. He wants to come and change direction. Are we getting it now? And you can see this will tell you this is a Friday, because if you see this, it jumped from 23rd to 26th. So for Saturday and Sunday, market closed. All right. So you wake up on Monday and you say, okay, this is looking nice. So this thing, it looks as if it wants to go back up in the opposite direction. And you see this candle here, you don't enter on this candle. You see this candle here, you don't enter on this candle. And you see this candle here and you say, yes, this is a confirmation that this thing is really going up. All right. And then you come here, enter on this candle, boom, check it above, below the aqua line, 30 pips. All right, no problem. Then I should be able to make 30 pips too. Then you come, boom, you make your 30 pips on this candle. It's very simple, guys. It's very simple, guys. So some of you would have entered this trade and you'd have been scared, that, hey, why did I enter? Because immediately you entered, the thing just started going down against you. Red candle number one, red candle number two. You say, hey, we should enter this trade though. Then it got here. Then the market head now became correct. And then blue candle, red, blue, blue, take profit out of the market. So it's very simple, guys. So you can see in this scenario, if you are saying, the last time I got 250 pips, let me try and make 150 pips too in this one. You'd have said that you have never made that 150 pips. The highest would have gotten here is 49 pips. The highest would have gotten here is 49 pips. So, guys, it's good that, you look at your stop loss and say, what's my stop loss? My stop loss is 30 pips. My stop loss is 35 pips. Okay, my stop loss is 35 pips. Then it's fair enough if my stop loss is 35. Let me also make 35 pips. That's it. That will be a good trade. Then you come, boom, make a 35 pips still on this candle here. And you're out of the market, guys. And then you wait for the next signal. Okay, you wait for the next signal and see cross down here again. Say, correct, nice one, nice one, nice one. You come here, you say on the close of this candle, you enter sell, click, let's calculate it. Above the line is about let's say 20 pips. You say, okay, or this is 18 pips or so. If I'm making 18 pips, let me also make 18 pips. And you never make that 18 pips. Can you see this, guys? You never make that 18 pips. All right. And this is part of the things about trading. You not always get, there's nobody that his trade is 100%. There's nobody that his trade is 100%. It can never be 100%. Because it's 100%, it means like nobody will even be working. Everybody will just be using that 100% strategy and just be making money every day. So you can see, based on everything I've taught you, you would have entered this trade at this point, and you have said, my stop loss would have been 18 pips. So let me make 18 pips too. You come here, it never gets to 18 pips, and then it goes against you at this point. This red candle here is the one that will take you out of the trade. You can see this week. You can see it got to that 18 pips region. It went above the aqua line. Okay, so it means at one point in time, this red candle was a blue candle before it became red again. So because you can see it went up and later closed down. I used to dislike all this type of candle that they don't know where they are going to. They don't have future. They are confused in life. They will go one direction and then go back the other direction. And then at this point, they would have knocked you out. And you're out of the trade already. So you can see. So if you had entered at this point, which is the next day, so this would have been a Tuesday. So you made profit on Friday. You made profit on Monday. On Tuesday, you made 18 pips loss. That's why I said you should always set your stop loss. And your stop loss should be something that you are fine with. So you can see this 18 pips. The Friday trade was 30 pips. The Monday trade was also 30 pips. And now you lost 18 pips. So 60 minus 18. You can see you're still in profit. And that's the way it goes, guys. That's the way it goes. You don't want to, it's not every time that, you say, every time, I'm more, man, bang, 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 I must make this money. It might not happen that the way you think about it sometimes. So once you hit your stop loss, you're fine with it. You enter the trade another day. So you can see that what was actually happening here generally from here, in fact, all the places here from here, all the areas from here to here, is that the market is in consolidation. He did not know where it was going to. It was not going anywhere. You can see it's not making big moves. So, and that was why it hit your stop loss. Okay, and you can see after that, it went into a straight buy, then went into a sell. So, and that's why we like markets that has high volatility. What does volatility mean? It means markets that is moving. Things are moving. It's going up, coming down, going up, coming down. That's a trader's paradise. Okay, when you have things like this, down, up, down, up. I mean, that's our own swimming pool. That's where you want to swim in and say, I like the way this thing is moving up and down in good direction. Okay, so that is that. So that's just the moving average. Okay, if you understand the moving average, type in 111 in the chat box, because I want to talk about the other indicator now. If you understand the moving average, type in 111 in the chat box. Great, guys. So that's how the moving average works. And you can see it's not just USD JPY. Let me look for that pair. Maybe let's see, maybe GBP USD. GBP USD. And you can see the same thing applies here too. It crosses down, goes into a sell. It crosses up, go into a buy. Okay. It crosses down again into a sell. It crosses, it didn't cross up here. It almost crossed up here. It didn't cross up. It went back down. It crossed up here, but it didn't go too far. Okay, it didn't go too far. So if you had done your stop loss and take profit, you would have been in. So this place, your stop loss would be like 16 pips. So let's say 20 pips, and then I should go for 20 pips, and you make your profits. So that's the way it runs, guys. Up, down, make your money. Up, down, make your money. Up, down, make your money with the moving average. Now, moving on to the next indicator. Next indicator is called the relative strength index. The relative strength index. The relative strength index. That's the one I have at the bottom right here. The relative strength index. What is the relative strength index for? It shows you when the market gets to a point. So let me just explain it to you. To add the indicator, you come to this indicator and strategy, click on it again, and you type RSI. So the short name for relative strength index is RSI, and you can see it right here. It gives me the full name here, relative strength index. Once you add it, it will show at the bottom. The RSI always shows at the bottom. You want to come to these settings and come and adjust your settings. Okay, so by default, the settings that comes with your RSI is 70 and 30. But for me, I've changed my colors. I changed my colors. So the RSI itself, I made it, maybe this is gold or yellow. I don't really know. And then my upper band, I made it red. And my lower band, I made it blue. Okay, I made it blue. And the upper band is 70. The lower band is 30. You can take screenshots of this thing, no? Okay, you can take screenshots of this thing so that you will not be, I say, what is it? And I even expect some of you to always have your pen and paper doing this training, because this is a training. It's not, we are not gisting. You should always have your pen and paper, so you'll be writing these things down, or you take a screenshot from your laptop or your phone, depending on where you're watching from. Okay, so this is your style, the RSI, my upper band, my lower band, 70 and 30. My inputs, the length is 14, and the source is closed. The source is closed. So if I click OK, this is my network this evening. Is gone. So let's continue. Okay, let me share my screen. Let me just share my screen. I won't tell you to type 111. Just if you can't see my screen, then you can type in 333, or you can hear my voice. Okay, so let's move on. So I was talking about the RSI. So the RSI shows you when your market is in overbought or oversold. When your market is in overbought or oversold. Okay, So once you can see this RSI, once it touches this upper band, which is my own red line here, it means the market is getting into an overbought area. So it means when it was somewhere at this point, they were buying it, buying it, buying it, buying it, buying it, buying it. By the time it touches this upper region, it's telling you that this thing, people have overbought it. It will get to a point that they will now be tired, and then it's likely that the price will begin to go down, and then people will start selling it. And then what happens, guys? Once price hits this overbought region, you can see that it starts, stopping and reducing. And from here, it starts making a lower low, and then until it comes here and crosses down. So the RSI can even, let you know before the yellow line crosses down into a sell in this scenario. Okay, so with your RSI and your moving average, you can get double confirmation to know what is happening with price. Okay, you can get double confirmation to know what is happening with price. Okay, so another very good example is this guy here. So you can see this one, he really went out. He did not even touch the line. He even overpassed the line itself to overbought. So these are the type of things that you want to see, that to tell you that no, this price must go down. It must go down for sure. And then when you see things like this, you might say, oh wow, I think this thing is going to go into a sell. Let me sell this market here. So if you are sold at this point, you'd have made your stop loss somewhere around. So you look at the highest part of the candle and say, oh, it's around 20 something pips. So let's say 30 pips. So I'm going for 30 pips. And then by the time price gets to this point, you hit 30 pips. Even before the yellow line crosses below the aqua line. Can you see that, guys? Can you see that, guys? So this is very, very interesting. That is what the RSI is all about, guys. That is what the RSI is all about. And you can see when it touches the bottom part. So the bottom part is called oversold. Oversold. This blue part, which is 30, is called the oversold region. Oversold region. So once it touches this, it tells that people have been selling this thing too much. It's very likely that it goes back into a buy. And you can see what happens to price at this point. It goes into a buy and it shoots up right here. And then when it touches the oversold again, the overbought again, price shoots back down and it keeps going on like that. When it gets here, okay, you can see nothing really happened here. So if you're using the RSI to trade, you would have not entered the trade at this point. Although you went into a sell, but you would have not entered because your RSI rule says this guy must touch the top here to show me that this thing has gone into an overbought already. Okay, great. All right, so you can see this part, overbought, 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 overbought. You will not enter until you see the price start coming down and you enter at this point, you sell and you make your money. You can see this one too, right here, oversold. So this price does not have any other option but to go into a buy, and then it goes up and you cash out right there. So that is what your RSI is. Your RSI lets you know when the market has been overbought. So it means overbought means people have been buying, but has gotten to a stage whereby people cannot buy again. The only thing that is left is for them to what? Sell. Then oversold means people have been selling. So it has gotten to a point whereby people cannot sell again, but to what? Buy. So your RSI can also be connected to your support and resistance. So the oversold region can be your support, which is this blue line here, and the overbought region can be your resistance or your ceiling, which is this red guy here. Okay, which is this red guy here. All right, so that's it, guys. It is very, very, very simple. It's not hard at all. That is how you use your RSI, your moving average. And don't forget, guys, just because I'm showing you the moving average and the RSI together doesn't mean that you can only use the moving average and the RSI together. You can combine multiple indicators. For example, you can combine RSI with support and resistance. You can combine Bollinger Bands with EMA. Indicators are just confirmation. Okay, they make you very sure before you go into that trade. So if you have like 3 indicators and those 3 indicators are saying the same thing, are saying, this thing will go into a buy. The second one says this thing will go into a buy. The third one says this thing will go into a buy. Then you'll be so confident that, if I enter this trade, it must go into a buy because I have 3 strong indicators that are telling me that this thing is about to go into a buy. Okay, so if you understand what RSI, the relative strength index, is, I want you to type in 111 in the chat box. I want you to type in 111 in the chat box. I want you to type in 111 in the chat box. Great. So it's question times, guys. Guys, if you have any question, let me know. If you have a question regarding what we've spoken about this night, let me know. If you have a question based on something you were doing during the week that you are waiting for today's training to ask, also let me know. So let the questions come in. So questions for the next 8 minutes, so we can wrap up the class by 10 and we can go and practice for the rest of the week. So anytime I have a training like this, it's not just for training sake, that we use Tuesday to Friday to practice. Tuesday to Friday to practice, and you send me screenshots of what you have done. So you can demonstrate it. You can demonstrate it, okay, to see how it works. So once you've gotten it, you can begin to enter it into your live account. Can we quickly go over EMA again? Tomiwa, I don't need to go about in EMA. I say EMA, MA, moving average. To add it, I said come here, click on your indicator, type moving average here, it will bring it out. Okay, moving average, boom. Once you have that, you will be able to see. So add it twice. Okay, you need the 4 moving average and the 50 moving average. You go to the settings, click on settings, that's where you choose 4 or 50. So the first one is 4, and the color of that one is yellow. And then the other one, which is 50, and the color is aqua. May I use aqua? You can use any color you want, and then you say okay. All right. So like I said, once the yellow moving average is under or crosses, so you don't want to wait for when it's under. When it's under, it's just showing you that this market is in a downward trend. Okay, but you don't want to enter the trade when the stuff is here. You want to enter it at the cross when they are crossing. You can see when it crossed here. You quickly want to enter it. So once you see that the yellow cross below, it means the market is going into a sell. If it crosses above, it means the market is going into a buy. You can see when it crossed below here, you'd have entered a sell at the close of this candle and at the opening of this candle, and you'd have been able to make your money. So this went as far as 90 something pips. So you'd have gone for maybe 30 pips alone and you'd have been fine. So if you scroll, look for a part where it crosses up. You can see at this point when it crosses up, it tells you that market is going into a buy. So at that point, you just want to buy, maybe go for 30 pips again or 20 pips, make your money, and you are out. So tell me, what do you understand now? For the 50 moving average, can we change the 4MA and 50 MA? I don't understand what you mean, your essay. Can we change the 4MA and 50 MA? Change it how? I don't understand essay. Manuel, sir, from your explanation of RSI, is similar to stochastic. Is it similar to stochastic? Yes. Okay. So maybe by next week, Monday, I'll talk about stochastics. There are plenty of indicators, and we'll just be taking them one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. So stochastic is not really RSI. Stochastic, you have two lines. So when they cross too, so stochastic is more like the 4 and 50 moving average, but it's not like that too. I'm just saying it too. So when it cross, don't worry, don't worry. We'll get there. When I get to stochastic, you understand what it is. Let me not waste time. Okay. So, but Emmanuel, it shows that Emmanuel has been digging up some things, and that's why he's able to know what stochastic is. It's said. Sir, I now understand. You've explained my question. Okay, good. So, if there are no other questions, we'll be wrapping up the training very soon. Or not very soon. We'll be wrapping up the training now. Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? Good. So, if you know you understand everything I've taught you in today's training, I want you to type in 111 in the chat box. 111 in the chat box, and let's wrap this up. Good, 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 good. Fantastic. So guys, I'll see you guys next week Monday. Don't forget, you can always chat me up on WhatsApp or on Telegram if you have any question that you want to ask, because you'll not be able to ask it on the G9 page group. So just can chat me up personally, and I'll be glad to answer your question. So we're going to see next week Monday. Thank you for joining this training. Thank you for your consistency, because consistency is key. All right. And then we'll see next week Monday. Some banks, just to confirm, MA and RSI are the only things we covered today, right? Yes, moving average and relative strength index. Yes, that's what we cover. So go and practice with them. All these things I'm telling you, you will not begin to see it if you don't practice with them. And it's not it's not compulsory practice with your real money account. Okay, for the trades that you're already entering that is giving you profit, you can be trading those ones on your real account. But anytime I have a training like this, you don't just want to start trading into your live account like that. You want to test it and say that, what Mr. K is saying is really true. It's time for me to start trading it in my live account, and then you can now move to your live account. Okay, so you want to use a demo account to practice it, enter a lot of trades, and then when you start seeing that, so it's not like when you enter the trade, you don't want to make any loss. So that's not how you know whether the strategy is working or not. The way you know that the strategy is working or not is by the time you do it maybe for 1 week, and you see that out of that 5 days, you won at least 3 trades and you lost only 2, then it means that is a good indication that this is a good strategy. Okay, or you win 4 and you lose only 1, and then the highest is you win the 5 of them. That's what is a sweet strategy. So demo trade it for 1 week and see how it goes. And that's why I said always send me the screenshot when you demo trade so I can see your results. So we'll both see it together. And then, once you do it for 1 week, you can now go into your live account because you now understand how it works and begin to trade it on your live account. Wilson said, I prefer Bollinger Band and RSI. You can prefer anything you want, prefer it. That's why it's called Forex. So sometimes I mix Bollinger Band and RSI. Sometimes I mix stochastics and the moving average. Sometimes I mix, so you can always mix indicator based on what exactly you're looking for in the market to know when there's a possible reversal in price. So thank you so much, guys. We'll see next week Monday. I'm ending the meeting now.